Anthony of Break Room Blitz. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining. We are live. Well, I didn't want to do this video for a few different reasons. One, because I only seen the movie one time. I'm probably gonna go out there to go tonight to go watch it. And then two, because I really wanted to, put some real thoughts together. And kind of go off of a script, kind of, because Star Wars, sorry about that, guys, Star Wars is very dear to my heart. Whenever I tell anyone about Star Wars that hasn't seen it, I always say it's the best story ever told, minus the Bible, besides the Bible. Other than that, I feel like it's the best story ever told. And then, Lord of the Rings is, right below that. Honestly, to be honest with you, I even like the prequels. I don't like number one. One is, my least favorite of them all. But 2 and 3, I'm okay with. 3 is my favorite Star Wars movie. Just gonna be honest. I think that the internet convinces people that things are bad when they're really not that bad. So, I don't care. I'm okay with them. I don't think that Darth Vader would be the super badass. He's conflicted, so he's gonna be someone who's not sure of himself. That's normal. Psychology. But anyway, so question is, should we hate JJ or should we hate what's his name? Damn it, I forgot his name already. This is why I wanted to really put something together, because I didn't want to have to forget who the hell I'm talking about, because I just typed it on the damn screen. Rian Johnson. Should we hate JJ Abrams or should we hate Rian Johnson? Now I have that question because as you know, if you've seen the movie, if you haven't seen the movie, okay, this is spoiler alert, okay? And we got two different types of Star Wars movies. JJ Abrams directed The Force Awakens, which awoke the interest of Star Wars for pretty much everyone. I think more people of all time have liked or started to like Star Wars than any other time. Because, for one, The Force Awakens was easy to follow. We didn't have all these weird, long, nerdy names. We didn't have C-3PO and Obi-Wan Kenobi and all those type of names like that. We had Rey, Finn, BB-8, Poe. So it was easy for kids to really get into. It was easy for non-nerds to get into. It was just easy. It was an easy watch, easy comprehension of who is who and what's going on. And then, we were introduced to some characters that we'd never seen before. We were introduced to Rey. And there was a little twist of who is her parents, where she come from, what is she about, why is she waiting there, why is she waiting on her parents, what's going on there, how did she get left, we wanted to know. Then we got Ben Kenobi. That's another one. Ben. Easy. Or Kylo Ren. And, we wanted to know, what happened. We got the Knights of Ren. We wanted to know, who are they? Knights of Ren look dope. Sound dope. What is that? We got Snoke. Supreme Leader Snoke. I'm like, Supreme Leader Snoke? That sound pretty dope. How did you become Supreme? Who are you Supreme over? What is happening? Well, how did you get the First Order? Where did the First Order come from? Is it just remnants of the Empire? Or did the Empire just go away and, scatter, and then Supreme Leader Snoke gather all of the people together and become the First Order? Why is Snoke not a Sith? Why did he decide just to go with just the dark side? Why not be a Sith and the dark side? How is he so powerful? These are things that we really wanted to know. We really wanted answers for. I'm probably forgetting some other stuff. But these are things that I focused on as a Star Wars fan for a year and a half. For a year and a half, I was wondering, who is Rey? All the theories. My favorite theory is probably that she was a Kenobi. That's like my favorite one, you know, because she used her British accent. He had a British accent, or English, or whatever you want to call it. And just kind of, it spoke to his legacy. You know, Obi-Wan Kenobi is probably one of my favorite Jedis. So, I thought it would have been great. You know, we got the whole, you know, the Force flashbacks or whatnot. When she touches the lightsaber. Like, why is Yoda and Kenobi both talking throughout that flashback? Like, what's the significance of that? You know, we got all this stuff, and then you know, people say JJ is really good at setting up mystery boxes. That's his thing, mystery boxes. To this day, Lost is one of my favorite shows. Every episode, it's a jaw dropper. I'm like, what just happened? If JJ Abrams took over as the showrunner for The Walking Dead, it would be the shit. It wouldn't be this crap show that we've been seeing right now. It would be the shit. I'm just saying. That's what he does. He makes you think. He provokes thought. He makes you wonder about things you probably would never wonder about. You know, so then we get I keep forgetting the name. I'm so done with him that I just don't care. Rian Johnson. I keep wanting to say Ryan Reynolds. Rian Johnson. So, you know, he gets the franchise and Disney seems to like him. He's gotten his own trilogy. So they must have liked what he did. But it's almost as if Disney and Rian Johnson never saw Star Wars. It's as if they didn't like Part 7. It's as if Part 7 never happened. And I give it that. If Force Awakens never happened, Last Jedi is a great movie. I had nothing to say about it. Don't matter. It's a great sci-fi Star Wars movie. But it did. The Force Awakens did happen. We did talk about it as a community for 2 years. That happened. We cared about who these people were for 2 years. That wasn't fake. Wasn't fiction. It did happen. You know, there was more talk to me about The Force Awakens than any other Star Wars movie. Who is Snoke? You know, we wanted to know who he was. There were so many different theories. The one that I like was he was Darth Sidious' master. I can't think his name right now on the fly. I can't think his name right now, but was he Darth Sidious' master that Darth Sidious that he killed? Was that the case? Did Palpatine, you know, did he think that he killed him, but then Snoke woke up later on and had to gather up his energy and became Supreme Leader Snoke? Who is Snoke? We wanted to know this because he's new. You know, like, I don't know who to hate. So let's talk about Last Jedi. The Last Jedi pretty much just said F you and all your theories. It is what it is. Rey's parents were drunks and just sold her to get off the planet. There was some scumbags. There is no Knights of Ren. Don't even worry about that. Nothing to even think about. Why do you think about that? They're gone. The temple fight pretty much didn't happen when Kylo burnt up the new Jedi temple that Luke was putting together. Pretty much didn't happen. He just buried Luke and then burned it up and he flew off the planet somehow. Finn. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Finn getting a lightsaber to his back. Now, if you get a lightsaber to your goddamn back, there should be some remnants of some type of prosthetic on your back. What is happening? Now, you could say that the technology has evolved or progressed past what they were doing in the first trilogy in 4, 5, and 6. And when something gets cut off, we're able to maybe grow it back. I don't know. You can say there's stem cells in his back, because stem cells, recreate cells. They recreate each other to form, the same limb. I get it. You can say that stuff, but there's no indication that happened. There's no indication that the technology has improved. When you look on the ships look like they're using some old-ass technology. So, that argument is null and void. I wanted to see the first shot of Finn. Okay, maybe the second shot. The first shot could be him landing in the little capsule. But at least the second shot of Finn should be sitting over that damn bed. And it should be a shot of his back with all the prosthetic, mechanical, I don't know, spine or whatnot that's on his back to keep it together. Because he got a lightsaber to the back. You can't tell me that that's not devastating. If he's not dead, he should definitely have some type of prosthetic. What? He's in, so when we see him, he's in a goddamn bubble. He's in some bubble leaking water and he's walking around looking all stupid. First of all, he falls out of the bed. I'm like, oh, you done broke your back again. Nope, he's fine. The bubble done healed his body 100%. Kylo's face still got a big ass scar. But his back is just completely healed? Come on. Do not insult my intelligence. Don't insult my enthusiasm for this franchise. I've invested. I became a Star Wars fan as an adult. So I've crammed all this in, within the last 10 years. I didn't watch it as a kid. So I'm doing I'm doing double research to catch up with everybody else. So the fact that I'm doing all this double research to catch up with everybody else, and then you just kick me in the face like, shut up with your theories. Shut up with your thoughts. Shut up with the continuity. That is just disrespectful to me. And I don't appreciate it. I'm probably never gonna like it. It's the reason why I've only watched it one time. So last year, when The Force Awakens came out, we watched it 3 times. 3 separate times because we just wanted to make sure we got all the details we could get in order to be able to answer these questions. Maybe there's the answers to the questions in the movie. So we watched it 3 times. Who's Rey? Who's her parents? Like, why does Han look all sad when she said, I didn't know there was this much green in the universe? Why are you sad? Why are you sad about that? Why does Mom say, who is the girl? And then they cut to a whole different scene. What was discussed? I need to know. So, I might be jumping to some stuff, but Leia, Princess Leia, General Leia, whatever you want to call it. I get it. You know, we want to do, women power and stuff like that. But I feel like we got Rey for women power. So there's not a real need to just give her force powers. That makes her the strongest Jedi ever. Or the strongest force sensitive person ever. She floats through space. Through space. I don't need no air. I don't need no oxygen. I can float through space. First of all, that's not how the space works. If you get thrown out into space, you're dead. Okay? Okay, you can say, oh, she had a force bubble. Okay. When the hell did she learn to do force bubble? Force flight? When? You can't tell me because it didn't happen. Now, if they would have just said, hey, if they would have just said, hey, let's just show her reading a book, meditating, then I'm with you. She could have learned from the time Luke says, you'll learn to use the Force in time. She could have learned that stuff from that point, from episode 6 to now, to 8. She could have learned it, and when she got thrown out, she come back. I get it. You can say, oh, it's her subconscious. Was it, though? Was it her subconscious? Because she seemed pretty conscious to me. And she was unconscious when she got blasted out. My thing is, don't even put that in the movie. Don't even do it. And if you were going to do it, you should have let her die there. Because she's not going to be in part 9. So now you got to explain how she died when you could have just showed us right there. Boom! She got sucked out into the vacuum of space. And space is a goddamn vacuum, okay? To have a sci-fi movie called Star Wars and to not do space, outer space correctly? What are you doing? First of all, in the beginning, they're dropping bombs. You can't drop bombs in outer space. There's nothing to drop. There's no gravity to drop. Now, if the bombs had like some type of jets on them, and they was like shot down to the doggone ship, got you, bro. I got you. But you're just dropping. You're just dropping. That's not how outer space works. They would just float. They would just float. Let's just say the ship that they were on had some type of simulated gravity, artificial gravity. Sure, but soon as it leaves the ship, it's gonna float. It's just gonna float. Not gonna keep going down. But okay, fine. I can dismiss that because if you give me the answers that I need, I can say I enjoyed this damn movie. So at every turn that I saw some goofy, stupid stuff, I said, but you know what? They're going to give me my answers and I'll be alright. So then Finn, now I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just talking about things that I just didn't like. Things that were just seem to just be made up out of thin air. There's no continuity, is what I'm saying. I don't know who I should hate. And I'm going to tell you why I don't know who I should hate in a minute. So then Finn, for some reason, has some other adventures with this Asian chick. And they go to find, I'm going to just call the Keymaker. It's not what it's called. But I've only seen it once. So, excuse me. But I'm just called the Keymaker. They need him to hack into the system. First of all, okay, this is bad. being able to track someone through light speed, I just feel like isn't through. I'm talking about through. Now, once they're done, then I say that I feel like you could be able to track them. But through light speed, I just feel like you can't track people through light speed. Okay, that's just it's not possible. Or warp speed, which is probably faster than light speed, it's not possible. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure someone can come up with some type of logical thing, a theory or whatever. It could be a theory for everything, okay? Doesn't mean that it's practical. But anyway, that's what's in there. And I'm going to just give me my answers. I don't care. We can track through light speed. Fine. So we're going to go find the key maker. So we can hack into the damn system to where we can shut down the light speed tracker. Fine. So they go on this adventure to the casino. And like I said, I started watching Star Wars as an adult. So you have to see my lens here. When we get to the casino, you see all these puppets. And I like practical effects. Alien is my shit. Practical effects is dope. I enjoy them. Everything doesn't need to be CG. Sometimes it's just cool to have some cool makeup and some cool practical effects, okay? But it should not look like it's from the goddamn 70s. Why? Why do these puppets, their joints don't articulate? The joints don't articulate. It looks real cheap. I get it. You're trying to give people nostalgia from back in the day. I get it. But The Force Awakens had practical effects. The guy who was sold Rey, that was her keeper, so that one, the guy, I forget his name, but he was like, quarter portions. Whatever his name is, the fat dude that kept her. Those are practical effects. They look good. The practical effects in the damn Last Jedi in the casino, whack. What are we doing? It should not look like that. Because, and I get it, there's going to be some fans that love it, but you got to think about the future. The future of Star Wars. These kids, they need something that's going to look modern. They need something that's going to look hip and fun. And, you know, something they can imagine. It doesn't look too fake. Puppets look fake, man. I don't need no Sesame Street puppets. So that whole... So that's just the first part of the casino. That's just whack. But I'm like, fine. We need to find this gatekeeper or the key maker or whatever the hell. We need to find them. I get it. Let's just find them and let's move on so I can get my answers. That's all I'm thinking about. It's just answers. So they find a man and they get arrested. They get put in jail. So now they don't know where the man is at. I'm like, oh God. Okay. So is the man gonna rescue him? Because the man did see him. The man did see Finn and the Asian chick. He did see them. Oh, I got a viewer. What's up? Who's there? Knock knock. Who's there? No. So I'm thinking, is the guy gonna come rescue him out of jail or what? Then they find this raggedy prisoner, Del Toro guy, that says, "Oh, I can hack into the system for you." So out of all the people in the jail, the one that can hack into the system is the one you find. Fine. He proved that he can hack into some shit. Let's just go, okay? I'm done with this scene. This story arc is irritating. I just need my answers. So, they find some horse-looking things. I don't know. And then they start talking about why they hate the casino. And I get it. You know, big business. You know, selling to each side. There is no good or bad side. It's just business people trying to make some money. They're selling war equipment to this side, to the rebels. They're selling war equipment to the First Order. I get it. But animal cruelty, I feel like it's just not a message I want to see in Star Wars. I'm just saying. Ryan O'Tole, something like that. What's up, man? What's going on? I appreciate you talking about some Star Wars. I was asked to do this video and only one person showed up. But anyway, thank you for joining. I do most of my videos live, so this is what I'm doing about Star Wars. So then they bring back the guy, and happy to join. They bring back the guy, and the guy just betrays them. So I'm like, so hold on. So we took Finn and this chick to this whole other world with light speed or warp speed or whatever you want to call it. And they couldn't track them? Okay, fine. They can't track them. They can only track big ships. Okay. Why they can only track big ships? I don't care, because I just want my answers. I want to know who Rey is. I want to know who the Knights of Ren. I want to know who Snoke is. Just let me know. So I'm going to just ignore that. So anyway, so they come back, and he betrays them, and I'm like, whoa. So all that was for nothing? Like, I just watched 15 minutes of horse-looking creatures and whack casino puppets and stuff for nothing? Wow. Okay, well, I'm sure I'm going to get my answers at some point. But of course, we just don't seem to get that. And so then we can go back to how Luke is and who Luke is and what I think Luke should be. And it's funny because I can't think of his name right now. The actor that played Luke, Mark Hamill. He says, I disagree wholeheartedly of what you've written for my character. Right, I got it, Mark Hamill. This is why I didn't want to do a video, because I didn't want to do it live, but I was requested to do it live, so here I am. Mark Hamill said, I disagree with everything you did. Everything you wrote about my character, I disagree with. And at first I was like, well, why? Is it because you didn't like how you were maybe introduced? Maybe he's a little darker now or something like that. I would have been okay with that, because over time, people get jaded. When you're young, you're naive and you're idealistic, and then when you become, like an adult, you kind of set who you are and what you want to believe in and who you want to be and what you want the world to be. And then when you get like 50, 60, you kind of get jaded. Like, I did all my work and I'm just tired, and now I'm just do what I want to do, period. So if he would have been a little darker, I'd have been okay with that. But he's this fickle. He has no conviction of who he is. Mark Hamill is biased as hell. Well, I'm biased too then, if that's what you want to say. He has no conviction of who he is, or what he wants to do, or what he should do. I just don't know. First of all, I don't know any elderly people like that. And I don't want to say he's elderly, but any mature people like that. People who are mature, 40s and 50s, even 60s, they're pretty sure who they are and what they want to be. And it just is what it is. They're not, someone who can't decide or make a decision. And he was very indecisive. I didn't agree with his character either. I'm like, man, he should be a badass right now. Like, he should be a Mace Windu right now. Like, what is happening? I didn't like his personality. And then if you want to go even further, why is he dead? Why? Please tell me, why is Luke dead? Because nothing is explained. The Force, I get it. People can, you can, your force becomes your own. It becomes a part of your personality. It's kind of like the Green Lantern. Like everyone is different. Everyone's power and what they produce is different. I get it. That's fine. But you have to, if it's just so extreme, you're going to have to explain this. Why is he dead? Did he have a hernia? What happened? Did he have a heart attack? What happened? Why is he dead? I mean, that scene was pretty dope. There's a lot of things that I did like about the movie. Like I said, if Part 7 was never made, this is a great movie. What happened? You have to explain to me what happened. You could at least have him talk to his sister. That little thing I did, it took a lot out of me. I don't think I'm going to survive it. I've never done something like this before. If I never see you again, goodbye. Boom! Alright! It was too much strain on his body. We didn't get any of that. He just poof. Poof! I'm gone. What? Did you kill yourself? Because to me, if you give up, that's killing yourself. I'm going to just be honest. That's how I feel about it. You can agree or disagree. But if you give up, you kill yourself. And should you become a Force Ghost if that happens? I don't know. Another thing we didn't get. Why is Kylo Ren so obsessed with Darth Vader? Why does he have his helmet? Where did he get it from? Did he get it from Luke's temple? What is happening? You have to explain it. You can't just wish it away. Don't worry about that. Hopefully they won't ever think about that. All this stuff that was introduced to Star Wars fans, because a lot of Star Wars fans were very disappointed for about 10 years because they didn't like the prequels. I like the prequels, so I wasn't disappointed. But they were disappointed, and then the Force Awakens come out, and it awakens their interest in Star Wars. And for some reason, they don't hire JJ again. Maybe he just didn't want to do it. Maybe he wasn't really sure what the outcome was going to be. I don't know. But they don't hire him again. They hire this guy, Rian, whatever the hell his name is. I keep forgetting. He's so forgettable in that. Rian Johnson. And he just pretty much just shitted on the fans. And I would kind of say, but this is what I want to say. This is why the question is, should we hate him? Or Rian Johnson or JJ Abrams? 7 or 8? What should we hate? And I say that because Rian Johnson didn't actually finish the script until like a week before Part 7 came out. So you already written it. You already wrote it. And he didn't know of all these, mystery boxes that JJ threw in there at us. And if there's no answers, like if JJ did all this and was like, well, I don't really know where we're going to go with it, but it sounds real good, then that's kind of his fault. Because you can't expect another man to know what some other man was thinking. We're not mind readers, and this guy has a different style than JJ. JJ wants to intrigue the audience. He wants to captivate the audience. Rian, he just wants to tell a good story. Yeah, did you like the story or not? It's going to be real flat, real safe, real straightforward, real predictable. But you'll have a good time on the ride. You know where it's going to end, but you're going to have a good time. JJ is more like, what's a good analogy? More like, or metaphor, Space Mountain. You know you're on a ride, but you can't really see what's going on, and you're just like, oh, snap! Oh! And it is that inability to actually know where you're going that keeps you intrigued. It's probably not that good of a movie. it's probably, it's probably not that good of a ride if the lights are on. But since the light's not on, there's mystery to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between those two. So and JJ, he was a producer on the movie. Now, how much he was involved, I don't know. But you gonna give the dude some hints, some notes, some something? Like, who's her parents? Oh, this is how her parents gonna be, bruh. I know you wrote this before the movie came out, but this is who the Knights of Ren are. This is where Snoke came from. You know, like this is what happened to Finn's back. Like, those are things that I feel like he could have told him. Now, I don't know if he did tell him or not, and then Ryan was like, that's whack. Tossed it over the show like he did the damn lightsaber. That whole lightsaber thing, throwing it over his back, was, to me, it was a representation of what Ryan thought of the franchise. It was as if he said, you know what, I don't really like Star Wars. And if I did it like this is how it would be better. And we're like, whoa. You're not the Star Wars god, bro. We like Star Wars. The reason why you even have a job is because we do like Star Wars. So the fact that you just like, throw that out the way. What? At least give it back to her. If you're not gonna take the lightsaber because it just reminds you of your past, whatever, then push that back to her. Like, yeah, I don't want this, and walk away. To throw it over your shoulder, I don't know, man. That was your father's lightsaber. It was given to you by your mentor. It's a lightsaber. Why? All three valid reasons to not throw it over like it's nothing. Don't get it. But like I said, maybe JJ didn't have a plan. Maybe there was no plan for all this stuff. Maybe JJ was going to come up with it on the fly. But, so that's why I don't know who I should hate. Should I hate JJ or hate Ryan? Like, someone's going to be hated, okay? It's going to be someone. Because I got refunds for my other 2 tickets to go see Last Jedi. Because I had no desire to see it again. Now, I'm going to go see it tonight, I believe. I am. Fine. But, and that's just because I want to see if I will like it more. Or if it's just going to bother me so much, it just doesn't matter, that nothing I can do. Because I don't know how JJ is going to fix this. I have no idea. JJ is good at starting out things. Ending things, I don't really know. So, I mean, you can't give me any mystery boxes because it's over. It's over. I don't think they're going to do part 10. So, and then Daisy Ridley? She doesn't want to be Rey anymore. She said, I'm done with that. So she's not going to be Rey after part 9. So what are we doing? Now we can make Finn a Jedi. Now that would be dope. That's what we could do. I like that. But what mysteries can he give? Like, I've never really seen JJ do, like, you know, a straightforward story. You know, from Star Trek, Lost, to this, to part 7. I haven't seen it. So I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know how he's going to do it. If it's possible to recover, or if we're going to just have to wait on the next trilogy to get something good. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have JJ at all. That's what I think. Either you're going to have JJ through the whole way, or you don't have JJ at all. Because no one's going to live up to it. No one's going to live up to those mystery boxes that he likes to do. So, that's my point of, you know, the whole part 7 versus 8, JJ versus Ryan, who we should be upset at, or should we be upset? And I think as Star Wars fans, we should. I've heard some people say that the director has nothing, he doesn't owe you anything but what he puts out. And I think that's just such a arrogant look at art that to me, you're just asking to you're asking to be a failed artist when you think like that. Like when you're just like, oh, I don't have any obligations to you but to put out what I want. You want me to buy it, right? You want me to enjoy it, right? You want me to tell other people about it, right? You want to be successful, right? It's a fair trade. You create something that I like. I buy something that you make. Like it's a two-way thing. See? I just think, cause to me that reminds me of like a chef that makes a dish that someone doesn't like and they get all upset because they don't like it. Who are you selling to, man? Are you selling to people who are going to eat it? So it matters if they like it. Or are you just trying to put it up on a shelf that no one's going to taste it? That type of mentality to me just says F the consumer, and I'm not with that. You know, I believe that the person who's creating the item, the service, the product, should care about the audience. And like I said, we put a lot of time into actually doing these, you know, coming up with theories and trying to figure out things on our own. You know, we became more of a community. You know, so to me, it's really disappointing. It's disappointing that he did this that way. And like I said, if 7 was never created, then I had nothing to say. Except for I don't know why Leia's flying through the air or through space. Because that's not how space works. But other than that, I would have nothing else to say. Maybe why is Luke dead? But other than that, I wouldn't have nothing to say about the movie. I thought it was great. I thought, you know, as far as like a straightforward Star Wars movie, cool. You know, Rey connecting with Ben or Kylo or whatever you want to call it. I thought that was a great moment. I thought the fight scenes were pretty cool. Not epic, but pretty cool. The chase was okay. It was just maybe drawn out too long, but overall, I probably would have gave it about a B plus, even maybe an A, really, if it wasn't for Part 7. Like, you can't ignore Part 7. That's the thing. You can't ignore it. I'm not going to ignore it. I spent 2 years watching YouTube videos on theories and talking about it at work and trying to get people to watch it because it's one of the greatest Star Wars movies ever made, because I feel like it connects with people, you know, that are not necessarily nerds or never wanted to watch it because they didn't understand it and didn't want to watch, you know, 6 other movies. Like, Part 7 was a movie that you can just sit down and watch as a family or as friends, and you can just enjoy it. And then if they did become interested in the other prior movies, then cool. But if they didn't, they just enjoyed it. So it's like, to just dismiss that, I just feel like it's a disservice to fans. And unfortunately, that's the movie that we got. There is a petition, which is kind of funny. There's a petition to make, or to, I guess, take this out of canon. They don't want Part 8 to be in canon. And I kind of agree. I think what he used the Force, or how he used the Force, was worse than midichlorians. I think that he kind of set them back a lot. Because not only did he disrespect Part 7, he kind of disrespected 4, 5, and 6 too. So, I mean, not as much, but kind of. I mean, I'm sure we can nitpick some more. I did not want to do a video like this because I don't want to nitpick my Star Wars, and it would make it more real if I talked about it. And I just don't see the direction where they're going, and I don't have as much interest in the direction that they might go because I don't know how they're gonna wrap it up. Like, are you gonna start introducing these characters now? Are you gonna introduce Knights of Ren? I just felt like everyone was kind of out of their character. I felt like Snoke was out of his character. Every syllable of what you're saying. Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bruh. I appreciate you. Is Snoke gonna come back to life? Is he Darth Plagueis is the guy's name. Darth Sidious's master, Darth Plagueis. Is they gonna like say he really is him, and since he can create life, he's gonna put himself back together? How are they gonna do that? I don't want a prequel to Snoke. I don't want a prequel to that. I don't want another Rogue One, that whole movie about a little bitty part. I don't want that. I don't want to watch I don't want to read a book about it. I don't want to watch a TV show about it. So I don't know how they're going to put it together. Even what's the guy's name that I forget the guy's name that's the general that's with Kylo. I forget his name, but like he was out of character. I felt like Ryan blew. It might be Ryan. It might be Ryan. I'm not sure. Somebody blew it. But he did. Kylo's. The guy is with Kylo. The general is with Kylo. I forgot his name, but he seemed to be too emotional for me. He was damn near crying. I feel like he was Kylo was punking him and throwing him all against the wall and stuff. I'm like, I don't know, man. He didn't seem like that in the first one. Snow was out of character, talking down to Kylo the whole time. I'm like, I thought that you liked him. You told him to come back to complete his training, but that never happened. And then when he came back, all you did was just kind of like talk down to him and be condescending the whole time. I'm like, wow, what is happening? I don't know. It just felt weird to me. One of the writers wrote on the first few Star Wars flicks, it's going to come down to Ryan, right? I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't know. Because if Disney gave him his own trilogy, they like what he did. They must like it. So I don't know how they're going to correct it. I don't know if Disney's even going to listen to any of the petitions, any of the reviews, because it got 91% on Rotten Tomatoes as far as the critics are concerned. The people gave it like a 53 or something like that, but I don't know who they're going to listen to. It's Disney. They're huge, so they're like, well, either you're going to watch Star Wars or you're not. That's the thing about having one big conglomerate owning all these different properties. What are you going to do? Not watch Star Wars? Is that a decision that you want to make? I saw the movies on the first Sunday it opened. The theater was less than 1/4 full. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, just like with the Marvel movies. If they become whack, are you not going to watch a Marvel movie? What are you going to do? I mean, they own it. They're not going to let it go. So, I mean, that's the issue with them owning all the properties that everyone likes, is you get whatever they give you. So, alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up. It's almost 47 minutes here. I'm your boy D. Anthony of Break Room Blitz. Let me know what you thought. You guys agree with me? Who should we blame? Should we blame JJ for maybe setting the bar too high? Or should we blame Ryan for not stepping up? I don't know. But somebody's head needs to roll. Okay? Alright guys, I'm your boy D. Anthony. Check out all the videos that we do. And like, share, subscribe, and comment. Peace.